All right.
Okay. You did it?
Yep,
You gonna
it's
be
recording
really
now.
close, man?
Nah, you gonna say Gideon's here, then I'm gonna get both y'all in there.
Okay, go ahead.
Go.
All right, good morning, good evening, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, citizens of YouTube. Pastor Dowell here. So, Ranger and them just come in from North Kakalaki, North Carolina, made it safe here. Glory to the King.
Glory.
And of course, when he greeted me this morning, he greeted me with a bunch of smiles. Is that right, Travis? A whole bunch of smiles. So apparently, they've been listening to Gino, Jennings.
Yes, sir.
Right?
Yes, sir.
So what has been said? I don't know what's going on. So tell me what's been said.
Well, we heard some kind of sermon, if that's what you want to call it, talking about preachers, teachers, elders, bishops, and them barking like dogs from their offices. And I was like, I wonder who he might be thinking he's talking about. So we start going on and on. Then he starts going into the biblical marriage, talking about we are adulterous. He started going into Mark. I was like, oh boy, here we go. Twisting, warping. Hallelujah.
You know, all right, so this is what I've got to say on this right here, okay? And I want everybody out there in the listening audience to listen to me very closely. We can sit up here and shoot insults and indignities, disparaging comments, finger pointing back and forth all day long. That's what they do in boxing.
Yes, sir.
You ever notice that whenever two boxers getting a big fight getting ready to take place or something, they usually got promoters, they do it the weigh in. At the weigh in, they have a face off and then they talking each other and stuff. But unfortunately, we're not going to be able to have that luxury on here because one of us are determined we're going to stay behind the safety of that camera. Yep. That's what it is. Yep. And see, I don't mind speaking in this atmosphere using this platform like this, but I would rather for him to say all that stuff while we're in front of each other, because it's obvious that debate is not going to take place, because he would have been done took it by now.
That's right.
You know what I mean? And I'm beginning to agree with what a lot of people says, that he basically his scholarship is not there. So I believe that the other guy's right. He debates people who he knows that he can handle.
Absolutely.
What do you think?
I believe so. I believe you're absolutely correct. I believe he's too much of for him. It's too much of a challenge. I don't think he's going to do it. As simple as that.
He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it. He didn't do nothing with IUIC. He just simply ain't gonna do it. So y'all know this first church that you got a coward for a pastor that's gonna stay behind that pulpit and stay behind this camera, but he ain't gonna. That little sorry punches. Anyway, he is not going to come out and face me face to face. He's not gonna do this debate. I'm telling you, he ain't gonna do it because his cronies, CPAC. And Tony Lesbian Harvin, whatever his name is, something like that. You know what I mean? Man, they be talking some stuff, boy. Y'all love. See, this is why I talk about this liquid courage in this generation. I'm not used. You're not used to this. We're not used to this stuff. We didn't grow up like this. We just didn't grow up like this. And we're used to speaking as men like this. And I'm not trying to turn this into anything because I know how y'all minds work out there. Nothing physical done. I just want to see if Jennings can say that same stuff to me like this to my face. Because whatever you see me saying over online right here, I will say that and more to his face. But I'm trying my best to have, if you can understand this, a civil discussion, a civil debate out of this, a professional moderated debate, not this pseudo ghetto stuff where we sit behind the pulpit and then when you no longer like the argument, you're tired of arguing. Get him out of here! Get him out! Get him out! Get him out! Right? Get him out! See, Caddy, get him on out of here!
That's funny.
I mean, it's hilarious. It really is. It's comical. It's hilarious at the same time. But at the same time, it's extremely serious because I know for sure that this false preaching and teaching that he's doing is a lie. It's a lie from the pit of hell.
Yes.
And he's actually the one that's committing spiritual adultery because everything he's doing, he's judging the Most High Yah. Listen to him real close. This man hates Yah. he calls, if we're committing adultery by his definition, then that means Abraham is an adulterer, Moses is an adulterer, David is an adulterer, and of course they don't like going over and talking about the patriarchs. They don't like doing that. But, I'm going to do a particular video here. I'm going to actually go over Mark 10. And I'm going to go over Matthew 19. I'm just going to make it really simple for everybody because they're not, I told you, I can keep on doing this. I can do this. I can do this when I wake up in the morning. I'll go to bed at night. We can do it right now. I can do it anytime. But he doesn't have the same luxury. He can't do it anytime because he's full of that false church doctrine that many people have been bound by. But like you saw in my videos yesterday, you seen the video where I showed you them 4 different comments where people had wrote in or called in and said that they was free. Like they said, I mean, that's what it's all about.
Hallelujah.
It really truly is. So I'm going to probably go over that a little bit later on today. Glad you made it in.
Hallelujah.
But what do you think? You think this debate going to take place?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think he's got the chutzpah to do it.
But you know what I did notice though? Like I said last night, I did notice this. And you come here too. And so this is what I did notice though. I noticed that I'm addressing Gino Jennings.
Yes, sir.
All of a sudden, he got a flood of these first church people making thousands of videos. Use my image, my likeness. Yours ain't came up yet, and you started all this. All you did was a reaction video.
All I did was a reaction video on his doctrine, and it was wrong. It was all. I was actually surprised because, I mean, for the times I've heard him, he's always spoken. You know, it sounds biblical, but never really looked into it. When I heard this one, I was like, "Whoa,
that's bad."
I said, "We got to get on this one." And so that's all.
Deacon, come here, Deacon.
Yeah.
This is crazy, man.
You're going to love the other one because this one he was talking about old truths and new
Oh, I know. I heard that. Oh my God.
Old truth.
Now new lie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Ooh, that
You take
was
an
ugly.
old true thing that was true back then is now a lie today.
It's a lie today.
So now Yeshua changes. He's not the same yesterday, today, tomorrow.
Not according to Jesus.
Not according to Jesus.
Wait a minute. Old truths
Old
is-
true. So polygyny was true back then,
But
now it's a lie today.
Same with the baptism.
Yeah, baptism.
The
Yeah, old
baptism.
truth, present lie.
Yeah, not
It's like-
baptism
yeah.
by water.
Jennings, you are a lie like your mama's a lie. Your mama's a lie, and your damn sorry ass daddy who ain't shit either is a liar. All your whole family's a lie, man. He said that for real.
He is, Pastor. I wouldn't make that. He's a
And I guarantee you they can't hear this because they're too busy accepting men's personalities, personage, rather than what the word says.
Yes.
Are you following
That's
me?
straight personality, not word. They are not.
When
based
y'all
on-
hear this one?
We just heard this. I texted to you.
Old truth.
Old truth is now new. It's present lie. It's a
present lie. Old
Present
truth
lie.
is a present lie.
Man, you're your father the devil. You're a liar.
Yes.
You're a flat out liar. See, but it's easy for him to get up and talk behind that camera with nobody challenging him.
Mm-hmm.
That's the purpose of debate. That's the purpose because the book teaches over in Proverbs, debate thy cause. So that's the purpose of having this dialogue right here so we can let y'all be the truth
Yes.
and every man a liar.
That's not misquote.
This time I ain't got to say I slipped with my speech. It's not in my heart. So listen, what did you get out of the whole thing when y'all was going over the video the first time? Because this is the voice behind Elder Kabir's.
This is what it looks like right here.
Well, I mean, like that morning, like Elder Kabir said, that morning, it just came up randomly. It wasn't,
It wasn't even
it wasn't even planned, but once we started going through that video, it was just a lot of theatrics, a lot of moving and shaking, a lot of this.
Yeah.
What is that?
I don't even know.
A jab.
But it's not coming from a scholarly biblical place at all. And I think when you're teaching doctrine, you got to back up what you're saying with sources, with definitions, and there was none of that. It was just a lot of talk. So
Just
Personality.
rhetoric.
Just personality.
Just rhetoric.
Exactly.
He's twisting and warping scripture.
And one thing you know is he will speak truth. The way that he baits you in with the truth. He does use the truth to bait you in. Then he switches and adds something else on there. And he moves quick. So you don't have time to think. You're just like boom.
Because in one part we found ourselves agreeing, and then one part disagreeing. It just kept going back and forth.
Yeah, we can acknowledge when he's telling the truth.
Yeah.
I mean, everything that he says is not a lie. It's just that he holds the truth in unrighteousness. That's what he's doing. He's bending and twisting and distorting. That's what he's doing. So, digress here for a second. Ranger, in all this combative teaching and training and stuff you do it, you've got to tell me, what is this?
He was did the slow one. You saw he did the slow one. He's like,
Oh yeah, this one was
I don't know. I was never taught that move. I have not been that advanced in training. I'm not ready for some ninja skills or something. Philadelphia is fake or something. I don't know what that is.
Now, wait a minute. I think I did get wind. I think his name is Tony Lesbian Harbin. Yeah, him. I heard that he wanted to fight me. He wanted to get in the boxing ring with me. Tony, come on. I'll take that up. I'll take that. I'll take it. Let me see. I heard you used to box professional. Bring all your skills. You're going to need them.
wow.
You're going to need them. You come in there with your boxing gloves, I'm gonna come with these. These right here. I'm gonna come with these, and I got some tricks for you too. I'm gonna show you how soldiers fight. It's totally different. But then my elders and everybody said, Pastor, come on, we ain't gonna let you do that. We ain't gonna let, but again, what happened to the honor for the old men today? I mean, I've been young now, I'm old, right? But I'm a different type of old man. I'm a different type of old man. I'm an old man who will go to your house, to give you the ass whooping that your sorry daddy didn't give you. And I'll say it in front of your face too. That's why we're trying to get y'all in front of our face. That's what we're trying to do. But y'all, man, y'all just cowards that love voice over to man. The way you see us here, and we're having a good time. We really truly are. Believe you me, if we ever get the opportunity to come face to face, you're gonna see that and even more.
You know why they don't want to see you, Pastor, right?
Why?
Because the word says the wicked flee. The righteous is bold as a lion. He can be bold behind that camera, but he's not asking to meet with us. He doesn't want to meet with you.
No, he'll do this. They'll do this all day. What is getting me though is the flood of videos. The flood,
your face, your life, man.
Maybe I should get all the Straitway. Everybody has a platform. Maybe I ought to make all these videos about how false Jennings is.
You know what Gino said about you? He said that you like using his name to get your viewers up.
I do. I don't need his name to get no views.
That part.
That you heard that?
I was like, I ain't want to tell him.
I don't need his name. I don't need his name to get no views up.
He was doing fine.
Exactly. That is laughable and
He's an
comical.
afterthought.
That is laughable and comical. Somebody said, well, they're and those shell of a men they got up there. And people are afraid of Jennings. No, Jennings is afraid of people.
Yes.
He loved the safety of being in the confines up there where he can bark like a dog and scream and holler and shout. Ain't that right, Williams? Get it, Williams. Make it quick. Make it quick. Make it quick, Williams. Ain't that right? But now, hey, it's in all fun, but in all seriousness, we would love to have this debate to take place. Straitway has done called it. I can't tell you all the time. We keep saying over and over again, and the more we say it, the more we get. They even got women up there making videos. Don't y'all women know y'all what in the well they can't be women. They got to be mistress mouth monsters because a woman shouldn't be doing. You don't see our women out there on these videos doing something like getting out of place like that. What kind of place y'all run? Y'all run an animal house or something? Man, I'm telling you, whoa. But hey, y'all need to understand something. When you start talking about a man's family, I'm talking about his Ishaias, his Ishas. And you start calling them whores and stuff. Now we bringing it to a whole nother level. I am going to expect you to say that same thing in front of me when I see you, if I get an opportunity to see you. Because I want to see, I like the way we do it. This is the windows to a man's soul. I want to see if you really, truly are that, do you believe your rhetoric? Do you really, truly believe that nonsense you really saying? I want to see the light in your eyes when you're speaking. I want to see what kind of spirit that really is. That's what I want to see. Because as soon as, or if you do say something like, I'm going to look at your fat ass wife, I'm going to look at her, and I'm going to have words for her. I promise you. And then I'm going to get on her for not having your ass on a leash. That's what I'm going to do.
Oh my goodness.
We the brothers.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, but we're here for the Feast of Shavuot. We're going to have a wonderful time here. Glory to the King. And all you people out there on the internet talking about, just let it go, all this. Hey, listen. Believe it or not, we're not even offended. We're not mad. We're not upset. We think it's pretty comical. We really truly. Now, most of you out there taking it really extremely serious, but hey, let's just have this debate. And if you don't take this debate, Gino Jennings, you are a coward. And your mama's a coward. And your sorry twinkle-toed daddy's a coward. And all you people up at First Church are a bunch of sissy and yellow-bellied cowards. I need his name to make flat. What the? Whatever. Okay. So anyway, hey, we hope it takes place. I don't think it is. You think let's weigh in. You think it's gonna take place, Ranger?
I do not, sir.
What about you,
my
Elder Kabir?
I don't think so.
Nope.
Nope.
I don't think so.
I mean,
He's not gonna be able to defend it.
well, Elder Rufus and Pastor Muir, they called from the very beginning. He ain't gonna do it. He ain't gonna do it because the sad part about it is if we can remove all the theatrics, y'all will see that I'm gonna handle him worse than I did Roberts. And I'm gonna handle him worse than I did that theologian up there on the Christmas and Easter. It's gonna be a whole nother level right here. And you know what? I'm actually gonna bring the balance. I'm gonna use an extraordinary amount of what you call the New Testament to do it in too. To do it. See, if you know the law and you know the testimony, the light that comes from it will give you light in every aspect of the words. But if you don't know the law and testimony, it's because there's no light in you. And then what the book says? So there's no light in it, man. But let's get it going. Let's get it going. I'm hoping so. Elder Mitchell, you think it's gonna happen?
No, ain't happening.
He's not bold enough.
Mike Israel, you think it's gonna happen?
Nope. I don't think it's going there.
Well, we've had enough time for this. I had enough fun with this. All right. So anyway, we see y'all later. Maybe on the other side. But one thing for sure, tomorrow morning, 11 a.m. Central Standard Time, we'll be here for Shabbat service. It won't be Sunday, Roman Catholic sun god. And we won't be having, and then to meet out there, we're having fellowship, and it won't be no pig feet. And your pork chop pastor Jennings ain't invited either, because you can't have unclean foods here. And can you imagine all them women up there, all them wigs, getting stirred up? I got something else I need to talk about on Patreon too here after this. And then first day, we're having Shabbat vote service at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, all right? So anyway, bless y'all. Y'all have a wonderful day. King coming.